Okay. Hi guys. I haven't really spoken to you guys since morning. You've just been seeing me up and down and I haven't really spoken, but I thought it would be nice of me to speak to you before I go to the gym and to also tell you, what is on the itinerary for today. As you can see, I've just done my morning routine. You basically chilled a bit, a very slow morning. That's what today is. I'm just finishing my makeup off. By the way, I have mascara stain. I hate when this happens. I don't know if you guys can see. I don't think you can see it, but I hate when this happens where mascara mistakenly gets on your face. It's so annoying. I have to wait for it to dry before I can flick it off. But yeah, I you might be wondering, why am I wearing makeup to the gym? Sometimes I just want to wear makeup to the gym. Just because I feel like it translates into my workout when I have a little bit of something on. And to be honest, I don't really have a lot of makeup on. I just basically touched up my face and then some lip liner. But I feel like the lip liner is what is making it look like it's a lot of makeup, but it's not. And yeah, it's time for me to remove this thing that I used to tie my edges down. So today is a lower body day. It's a leg day. A lower body day, I mean my second lower body day, because the way I divided my splits, I have two lower body days. So I have quads in the first, strictly quads in the first lower body day, and then in the second I have glutes. I also know that in one of my videos, I said that I usually do quads and glutes on the same day, but I feel like I'm trying to basically separate it, have a very wide distinction between quad day and glute day. So that's why I'm separating it and trying out this routine. And so far, I feel like I wouldn't say that I'm seeing gains because it's too early to say that I'm seeing gains, but I feel like I feel so sore. I feel a lot of DOMs on my quads because I've done only the quads, so I feel a lot of DOMs. So I think that in a couple of weeks or in a couple of months, I'll be able to see some progress. I did want to talk about skincare. I was having this conversation with myself some days ago. I just thought to myself that I transitioned my content from skincare to fitness, and I didn't really give my subscribers a heads up on the change or the pivoting that I wanted to do. And I just thought, why not use this opportunity to speak to that and relate to you guys what my philosophy is or the reason behind me changing to now doing skincare content. I feel like I'm too close to the camera. But let me get my earrings. I have one whole vacant here. So let me get my earrings and yeah. I was saying that I didn't really give anyone a heads up on the fact that I was going to pivot, and it's probably a betrayal, but then I'm probably the only one overthinking it. I have the stance that nothing in life is very definite. Everything is subject to change. The most profound beliefs you have today, sometimes those beliefs will change, and that's okay. My battery died and I had to change it. So as I was saying, I have never been someone who is averse to change. I welcome change. I think that change always, well, maybe not always, but change sometimes heralds new opportunities for growth for everyone. At the time when I started my channel, I always knew that I was going to do a YouTube channel. I was going to have a YouTube channel. But at the time when I knew I was going to have a YouTube channel, I was in uni. I was in my final year in university, in Abafemi Awolowo University. While I was there, that's literally when I discovered YouTube and I discovered makeup channels. I feel like makeup was a thing that was in trend that year. I just started watching a lot of YouTube content, a lot of makeup content, a lot of fashion content. So I really thought that, that was going to be what I was going to do. But then when I got ready to eventually launch my YouTube channel, my mind wasn't really on makeup anymore. Don't get me wrong, I love a good makeup, I love a good beat, but it just was, my focus had shifted a little bit to skincare, which is what I started my skincare journey on and started my skincare channel on. So I literally thought skincare was going to be the thing I was going to talk about because I love skincare and I still love skincare to some extent. But then after some time, I continued making skincare content, but my mind again began to pivot. Began to move towards more sustainable living. I feel like as I got older, I was now looking for habits that would stick. I was looking for habits that would be beneficial to not just me, but to the environment at large. And so I began to see a lot of faults with the skincare industry. And because of that fault, essentially is what led me to fitness. And that's not to say that there's no faults with the fitness industry, because every freaking industry has their own faults. But one of the things that really annoyed me with, well, maybe not annoyed me, one of the things that I didn't really agree with was just the wastage. I feel like it was just the over consumerism that was in that industry. And again, everything I'm saying about skincare, please don't think that I'm bashing anybody, or don't think that it also is not applicable to the fitness industry, because I'm sure it is. But then it was just like the whole over consumerism thing. Like everybody was just wanting to buy a lot of things, just have a lot of products. And it wasn't setting a good example for the upcoming generation. And I know I'm sounding like a boomer, but I just feel like there has to be something has to give, because these companies are like basically throwing products at you, and everybody has like dressers and cabinets full of skincare and products and everything. And like the skincare industry is basically telling everyone that you need this toner and this toner and this toner. And it's like, oh, if you have just one pimple on your face, you need to get a product to tackle that. But there's nothing wrong with having a pimple on your face. I think that there are times when you genuinely break out because, again, as women, or just because of our skin, because we're humans and we're interacting with different layers of the environment. But it was just that thing that, oh, if you ever see anything on your face, there's a product, so we have to tackle it. And again, the whole concept of anti-aging, I feel like the concept of anti-aging is something that I did not buy into anymore, because what it does, it basically presents aging as a negative thing, and every single person wants to age. Everybody wants to live long. So why then is the industry wanting to make you feel like you should feel bad because you're aging? And that essentially just summarizes all the things that I didn't like, that didn't sit well with me. Even myself, like I found that because I was doing a lot of skincare reviews, it would mean that I would have to just like keep on trying out products, trying out new products. And I know I can always give this product away, but it's like, why am I trying out all these products? And yeah, like to what point exactly? You don't really need a lot of skincare products, if I'm being honest. Like you just need the very basics. And because what I have is like the very basic, I don't think that there's any need for me to go ahead and try to purchase just more products. And then that's when I discovered fitness. And I feel like there's a lot more campaign that has to be done in terms of fitness in Nigeria, because the general consensus with fitness presently in Nigeria is not what it should be. Like people are doing fitness. I feel like there's been definitely been a heightened interest in fitness over the last couple of years. But because like the thing with Maslow's level of needs, or hierarchy of needs, but Nigeria is still essentially stuck at the low level. And if majority of Nigerians are, still concerned with how they're going to feed, how they're going to clothe, how they are going to basically find housing and all of that, then where is the place for fitness? I need there to be more campaign about fitness generally in Nigeria, especially for women. There's also been a rise of PCOS, and I wish more people knew that fitness can be a way to not necessarily target it. I'm not saying that it can cure it, but I feel like fitness is such a way to regulate your hormones, especially as females, and more people need to buy into that. So people really need to stop looking at fitness as just like from a place of reaction. It's like the general consensus, I feel like I say general consensus a lot, but like the general consensus is like, oh, I'm beginning to add weight, or like I'm beginning to get fat, I need to go to the gym. And then people go to the gym. But I'm not gonna lie, and also like stand here and tell you that I didn't start going to the gym because I felt like I was putting on some weight. But I just wish, people would now look at fitness as something that transcends aesthetics to something that is basically very significant to your health and the quality of your life in general. So I don't know. I just hope that that kind of gives you like an overview or a general explanation of why I pivoted from skincare to fitness content. And if this is your first time coming across my channel, I do hope that you stay on this ride with me. There's still a lot of things that I'm, figuring out when it comes to fitness, and honestly, life in general. You stay on this ride with me so we can figure it out together. And now it's almost time for me to head to the gym. We're doing hip thrusts. I'm going straight from a hip thrust into an RDL, and then I'm going to do some Smith machine step ups, and I'm going to do hamstring curls and maybe another variation of hamstring curls. I'm going to call it a day. I have so much thing, like I have a lot to do today. Anyway, I'm going to see you guys at the gym. Bye. Okay, so as you can tell, back home, today's workout was really intense. Like if you can see, my makeup has cleaned off. My lips, nowhere to be found. My lipstick, everything, nowhere to be found. Even my edges, nowhere to be found. I know it sounds like I'm complaining. Like I actually like it when there are workout days like this because it just means that I have put in my all, and I feel like today is one of those days that I can clearly say that I've put in my all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to sit here for a bit and catch my breath, and I'm sipping on my protein smoothie. By the time you'll be seeing this video, you probably have seen my what I eat in a day video, which I filmed on Instagram. By the way, if you're not following me on Instagram, please go and follow me on Instagram, okay? So I filmed a what I eat in a day video, and I featured this protein smoothie. I just thought that I was so tired of taking the same flavor of protein shake, and you know, like protein powders come in like this huge tub, and I was so tired of having to be stuck with taking only that. So I decided to remix it and add something. So I added mango in this particular one, but that is my smoothie, and it has been able to help me like taking my protein powder, because sometimes I am so tired of the same taste that I don't even take protein powders. And you know how protein is, like you know that protein is so essential to muscle recovery and your muscle growth. And why am I putting in all of this work if I'm not going to see my muscles grow, you know? So I had to find a way around it. So I hope you try it. That's it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and thank you for basically spending the entire day with me, because you spent the day with me. So this is how a regular day goes in my life when I'm not working. All right, so that's it, guys. I'm going to see you in the next one, and I hope that you're taking your fitness seriously. I hope that you're lifting those weights and you're progressively overloading, because that's what we do here, you know? Anyway, I'm going to see you guys in my next one. Bye.